Hey guys, Andy here. Welcome back to Animal Lover. And then the last installment, Kyle fucking died. So yeah, there's that emotional drama. But yeah, I'm very excited to get back into it. Hold on. But yeah, he died. Sorry, that's gonna be an awkward intro. The agency hasn't set in as deeply as it had last time. We have a time restraint now, but we don't have any fear of having lost Adara's place. The position is tagged on Charlie's cell phone. We're fine, so we reserve our stamina and walk into the woods. The boys put on their charms and everything's quiet again. There's almost peace behind it. The beauty of the forest is sometimes staggering in its ability to bring clarity to a situation. The occasional chirping of birds and the peeking rays of sunlight between the branches and leaves give the silence profundity. I'm left melancholy and wondering, staring up at the trees surrounding us. The question I've wanted to ask since this morning, in the midst of this clarity, finally comes to me. Why? What? Why did Kyle do it? It doesn't make sense like I thought it did. I've never had a problem keeping Kyle in before. I never worried about his safety. Why did he leave last night? Why did he go out into the streets, and why was it that the one night he decides to leave, he's killed? When I say this, everyone walks a little slower. I was thinking the same thing. It hadn't occurred to me. Do we not believe this was an accident? It could have been an accident. No, it wasn't. It could have been. Yeah, but it wasn't. Kyle doesn't fuck up. I saw him at the zoo when we were rescuing Charlie. And every time he stole something right under our noses, he doesn't fuck up. If he fucked up, it was a stupid rookie mistake that the Kyle I know wouldn't have made. It wasn't an accident. What was it then? I don't know. If it wasn't an accident, what was it? I don't know, Ed. I don't know, but it wasn't an accident. That's all. I don't have any more answers. Sorry for speaking up. He killed himself. A figurative cold wind brushes against everyone's back as Charlie says this. He killed himself. That's what Frankie was implying, and I believe it. And I'm frankly pissed off about it. And if you find him again, I'm going to deck that guy. I'm angry too. When we get him back, he's going to have to make his own weird, gross, cold ramen from here on out. I'm going to kill Kyle so many goddamn times he'll wish he never done it in the first time. I don't know, I guess I'll be pretty cross with him. Yeah, I'm going to be cross with the suicidal guy. Why though? Was seeing Mick really enough to make him commit suicide? No one replied immediately to that one. Everyone's looking around for the person who will speak next. Maybe he didn't know himself well enough to not want to hurt himself. I don't know, that's stupid. Forget it. Maybe I didn't know Kyle well enough. This is a horrible situation, isn't it? It could be worse. What if he didn't have the witch's curse? I suppose that's true. I still don't know what to think of this. None of us do. Maybe when we find Kyle, he can tell us. Sounds good. An instant later, we're at the gate to Adara's hut. Charlie wasn't paying attention to his cell phone. We're right there. The chimney has no smoke coming out of it, and there's no sign of light coming from inside the dirty drapes of the hut's only visible window. This is it. Charlie, check the blog. Is there anything there? No, nothing. She hasn't updated in a few hours. Well, let's do this then. A moment later, the boy stepped in front of me and began wordlessly approaching the house. I had expected a moment's hesitation or even some reassuring words before stepping onto her property, but there was nothing. I began walking only a moment later as to not get left behind. A chill ran down my spine as I did. Ugh, we're finally at the very end. Oh my goodness. There's a darkness here. Part of me was expecting her hut to be a normal, ramshackle hut, and it certainly looks like that. But it's a strange mixture of a wooden cabin, disconnected from modern life, and of a normal 20-something apartment. A large black cauldron sat as the centerpiece of her hut. Surrounding it, however, was a desk and a wooden chair. A closed laptop charges silently on a small coffee table plugged into something I can't see from here. She's got a single bookshelf in which many novels and books sit against each other. The bed is built of wood, possibly cut down from nearby trees, but the mattress and sheets that sit on top of the bed are modern, probably bought from a warehouse store. Underneath her bookshelf is a spice rack with odd, unfitting bottles. Now this I remember. These are magical ingredients. How do you know? The labels. Nightshade. Wait, seriously? Yeah, nightshade, snake beads. What are snake beads? Newt toes, male tears, vile puree. Hey Ed, I dare you to smell vile puree. Not a chance. I continued searching the house. So far nothing stuck out as either a larger than average book or a decent place to store a large book. I searched under the desk, resting my hand on her wicker chair. I lost my balance for a moment, not realizing that it was some sort of strange hybrid of a wicker chair and a desk swivel chair. It swings around like a computer chair, but it is made entirely out of wood and wicker. Wow, I want one of those. I fucking love wicker. Below the desk, Adara's computer is plugged simply into a strange 4-inch cube of what appears to be glowing limestone. But no spellbook. Anything yet? Has anyone checked inside the cauldron? No, not yet. I'll look. Miguel stares into the cauldron but rears his eyes back immediately. What the hell? What's up? Oh shit, is it bad? Like gore or something? No, it's nothing. Okay, cool. No, I mean literally, it's all black. Huh? Everyone gets up to crowd around the cauldron. Miguel's not kidding, it's completely black. No one can see the inner contours of the cauldron, it just seems to completely absorb all light. Oh fuck, dude, that's creepy. What if it's in there? I don't know, Frankie, you're a big strong man, stick your hand in there. But I like my hand. Edmund, you do it. I respectfully decline. Miguel? Okay. Miguel began to hover his hand over the dark pot. Wait, Miguel, don't. I didn't think you'd agree. Okay, cool, because I really didn't want to. I'll do it. Okay. Charlie braces himself to stick his hand inside the cauldron. Well, is anyone going to try to stop me? God, fine, everyone, step aside, I'll do it. No, Frankie, let me, I'm over it. No, I'm doing it now. No, I've got it. Charlie, move over. Are either of you going to do this thing? I've got this. Frustrated, Edmund pushes both of them aside and staring deeply into the cauldron, his hand almost touching the inky black void. Look, if neither of you are going to go through with this, well, oh yikes, that is way more intimidating at this angle. We can all agree that this is really scary then, right? Everyone, myself included, nods. Why don't we poke something in there? Oh yeah. Probably should have thought of that before. What can we use? Are there like sticks anywhere? I've got a pen in my pocket. Great, just start dipping it in like to make sure that's not like a bad darkness or something. Edmund lowers the pen into the cauldron. As we expected, the light around it is absorbed and it becomes completely dark. But it seems to be moving flawlessly. When Edmund pulls it back up, it's fine, not covered in anything. Well, that's good to know. I guess it's just some kind of darkness spell. I suppose so. Alright. Frankie's hand hovers over the cauldron, his fingers still twitching with some nervousness. Slowly, Frankie's hand begins to lower toward the inner rim. Suddenly, as Frankie's fingers move past the threshold, the blackness ripples and responds. Oh, fuck. What the? Frankie rears his hand back, his pointer and ring finger have both a thick black liquid staining them. The cauldron is rippling in response. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It doesn't hurt at all. It just caught me off guard. Whatever that is, wipe it off somewhere. Alright. Frankie wipes the black liquid off on the black hoodie slung over Dora's weird wicker computer chair. The liquid inside of the cauldron is still rippling. Ooh, that is beautiful. It began to light up with stars, tiny fragments of light that made it look like the rippling sea during this dark, star-filled night. It was mesmerizingly beautiful. The ripples did not calm down, as if it were continued by some outside force. The room around us darkened, and it felt as though the world around us had shifted somehow. After a minute, the ripples finally went away and the stars faded from the cauldron. Again, all was silent and still. When we emerged from the strange visions of the cauldron, it felt as though the world had changed into something colder and more sinister than it had been before. Everyone was frightened and frozen stiff. What the fuck was that? That was creepy. Why though? What was that? And what was with the cat? What? What cat? Didn't you guys see a cat? No, it was a bear. I saw a rodent. It was a wolf for me. I only saw stars. We all saw something different? Well, did anyone else's animal do anything but stare at them? No, that's all that happened for me. Same. This seems bad. We gotta find that spellbook and go. Got it. Are we totally sure she didn't take it with her? She could have, but Destin described it as being pretty big. Both times I've seen Adara, she wasn't carrying anything but a purse. Is there anywhere it could be hidden in the floor? I've been checking the floorboards. Nothing so far. Walls? No, they all just lead outside. We should make sure none of the small books are actually the small book. And I think someone should see if there was any place she could have hid it outside. I'll check the books. I'll check outside. Alright, does her desk have any drawers or anything like that? Maybe the shelf has a fake foundation where something could be hidden, maybe behind it? Oh fuck. Suddenly, from the corner, we hear Miguel scream. The light is stroked from the room and a red pulsating glow emits from the cauldron. It's locked. I can't open it. What? Frankie rushes over to the door to test it out. Both his hands clutch the door handle and shake and twist. Oh god, he's right. Are there any other doors? I don't see any. There were 6 of you. What happened to the other one? Everyone goes quiet. Candles light up around Adara's computer desk. And there she is, standing right in front of us, holding her spellbook. Oh no. Where's the other one? You were snooping around here yesterday. There were 6 people, now there's 5 of you. Where are they? Everyone's frozen with fear. She's got an intense, horrifying aura about her. She speaks calmly and her words are stern and forceful. Before anyone gains the courage to speak up, Adara continues. I've got questions for all of you, but first tell me, where's the Sitz? He's not here. He didn't come with us. So he's just patiently waiting for everyone else to risk their lives by trespassing on my property? Sounds like a hell of a guy. Also, you're lying. Speak up, one of you. He died. Edmund hiccups the words out, as if someone was going to shoot him if he didn't. I'm not lying to you. He was run over by a car. Edmund the 7th of Rosalie. So you remember me. How could I forget? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. How many of you do I know? Is this a revenge plot? Did you come to strike me down? Adara stepped closer, still on the opposite side of the cauldron from us. She was staring down Frankie, who had his hands up in the air and a stern expression on his face as though he was being arrested. Frankie Tomlinson. Frankie's not your real name. I remember that. What was it again? Conrad. No, that wasn't it. It was something else. No, it's Conrad. Adara stares daggers into Frankie for a moment. Yeah, probably. Either way. I remember you. But how about you? She says, her gaze averting to Miguel, whose lips were pursed and his shoulders raised intently. He was barely holding it together. I don't remember. You were one of the schoolboys, weren't you? You went to the gym every day. Yes. Your name? Miguel Castellanos. That kind of rings a bell. Yeah, I remember you. You absolutely don't look familiar at all. She was referring to Charlie. Charlie's nostrils flared and he was biting his bottom lip, barely keeping it in well enough to not blow his top off. Were you a friend? Wait, were you one of Miguel's over there's gym buddies? I was the one at the grocery store not even a year ago. Adara was puzzled for a moment. Nothing. I told you fuckers she wouldn't recognize me. I decided to take offense to his remark at a later point in time. I held the door open for you. Yes, I remember now. Sure, what's your name then? Charlie Fitzgerald. Huh. And you were with Frankie at what used to be my favorite coffee shop in town until you made it abundantly clear that I was being watched in there. She's talking to me. Now the Sitz. He was killed. Edmund? Yes, he was run over by a car. You're telling the truth. But you're leaving something out. I thought you and I were past the point in our relationship where you thought you could keep things from me. Now spit it out. You had cursed him. Okay. He was an animal at the time. So what? It's nothing serious. I'm sure he's scampering about somewhere. What? Uh, let's ask her. Does that mean he's alright? She turns toward me, one eyebrow raised, the other furrowed. She's not happy I entered the conversation. Alright? Well, he's an animal again, probably eating fuck. I don't know, bugs or something. Depends on what you mean by alright. A part of me feels lighter, if not any less frightened. Tell me, what animal was he when he died? A ferret. Adara flies through some thoughts for just a moment. Yeah, I remember him. It's a shame he wasn't here for the coup. You fucking bitch. I'm sorry, Charlie. Was there something you wanted to say? I think we're all forgetting who we're talking to. So, Charlie, what did you have to say? Charlie bites his tongue and his face becomes more bitter and more twisted with hate. Why are you here? I assume this isn't just a boys' panty raid. There are much safer places with much more vulnerable women than myself for you to harass. Adara, Edmund, who is this and why is she calling me by my name? Her name is Andy. Please don't hurt her. Andy. I'm scared stiff as I look at Adara. When I see her, I can only see the dreadful, hopeless sadness in Kyle's eye when he watched how much his friend had grown without him. I only see Frankie, who never got to see his mother again. I want to see my mother again. I don't want to be an animal. Well, say what you're going to say. We came because I turned these guys back into humans, but like temporarily. We needed to turn them back into humans permanently. Where do you fit into all of this, Andy? And I will answer this in the next episode. Hopefully it's the last installment in the next episode. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm very excited. I'm very jittery right now because this is very exciting for me to be done with this game. So, I'll see you really fucking soon. I hope you all have a very nice day. Bye for now. Bye for now.